beautiful people. Sanbanani Emakaya. Welcome to our last episode of House Journal. But don't you worry, it's only the last episode for this season, as we are going to have another season. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Namhlanje siphethe 1632's very own. She is a force that saw a gap in the industry, and when she had her big break, she grabbed it with both hands. We are talking music, clothing label, YFM, you name it all. She has also battled behind the decks with the likes of DJ Zinhle. Still don't know who I'm talking about? Well, stay tuned as we're about to have a chat with this African princess. Don't you move. Welcome back to House Journal. We are very excited to have as our guest for today DJ Thabithabs representing Tembisa. Hello, lady.
Hello,
how you doing?
Yapila.
Yeah, man. So let's talk. So you were part of the Miami invasion in Malawi, and you were
in Miami.
Was it in Miami? Or was it in Malawi? Oh, nice. Okay. And you were handpicked by DJ Mo Flavor to be JC LaRue's first spinstress. Tell us about just that whole, how was your experience with, like you're saying, the invasion in Miami and being JC LaRue's first spinstress?
Okay, with a JC LaRue, entered a Gauteng Carnival.
Okay.
Which is a competition that happens between DJs every time around September and August.
Yeah.
And half the time it's male dominant.
Yeah.
So when I entered that one, I was part of the top 10. And I think I came out position 6, position 6 or position 7, I can't remember very well, but I was the only female DJ in that top 10. So for that reason, and being the only female DJ in that top 10, I got the opportunity to go to Miami with the person who got the first position there on that competition. So we went to the invasion. I think it was going on for like 4 days or something. Yeah.
Was the Miami invasion linked with the JC LaRue, you being the first spinstress, or is that something separate?
No, not really actually. It was not linked at all.
Okay.
JC LaRue was just separate and it was just hosted at YFM.
Or was that also a competition?
Yes, it was a separate competition from the other one.
Was it just a competition just for female DJs, or was it also just overall for everybody?
So JC LaRue was focusing basically on spinstress.
Okay.
So it was focusing on females.
Okay.
So JC LaRue was just an easy catch for me. I'm sorry.
There wasn't much competition there for you.
Not to say there wasn't much competition, but I already knew I'm ready for it.
Oh, no.
If I had to go there and lose, I was going to quit DJing.
Wow.
But
that's how confident you were.
No, I was so shocked. I can't be in a process of competing with guys for over 3 years, and then when I get an opportunity to compete with females, then I still can't take the competition. Something was not going to make sense. So it was something that I needed to pray about.
So you're saying the Miami invasion, it happened in Miami?
Yes, it happened.
How was that experience? Who did you play with? What did you learn there?
Well, that's the tricky part with the Miami invasion. The whole thing, Miami invasion, and the whole name sounds very nice. But the saddest part is that you get to be with big brands from South Africa only in Miami.
So you didn't get to network with people in Miami?
You network in your own space because by the time we got there, the conference had already passed.
Oh,
okay. So we were late for the conference. We couldn't get that opportunity to network with other DJs who were in the area. So the only people we were exposed to were the DJs who were actually playing at the venue we were at. But other than that, it's just a group of South Africans making that music conference in Miami and then doing after parties afterwards.
Ah, okay. Yeah. So now you matriculated in a boarding school at KZN.
Yes.
Tell us, how did that impact you to be the woman that you are today?
Actually, that's a good question. But I think it impacted my life so much that I'm what I am today because of going through boarding school.
What did you learn there?
I learned a lot. I learned to be responsible. I learned to decide on what I want and follow that. I learned how to make things possible.
Nice. And be independent.
Yes, of course.
Nice. Nice. Are you from KZN or where are you from?
My parents are from KZN, but I'm born, bred, and raised in Tembisa. I just decided I needed to move out of Tembisa when I was doing high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was it your decision to go and matriculate in KZN at that body? Also, that was your decision?
Yes, it was my decision. Okay. My parents had no influence, however. They kept convincing me I could pick any school in Johannesburg. I was like, nope, I want to go to KZN.
Why that decision? Why KZN? Why in Vale and not pick something around?
Because I wanted to grow out of their shelter.
Oh, okay.
And you can't do that every time when they have you around here.
That's true.
You could imagine, I did primary and I was under their wings. I'm going to do high school, I'm still under their wings. Tertiary, I'm still under their wings. I was like, no ways. No, I have to go.
I need a passport and
like
go somewhere else.
Man, yeah, I have to leave right now.
That's true.
So KZN was a better pick for me because my dad convinced me, no, you can do St. Mary's. I was like, no, I don't want to go to St. Mary's. I don't want to go to any other school.
Yeah.
I want to
get out of here.
Do you know the school? I was like, I don't know the school, but I want to go to that school.
Nice. So now you were part of YFM's TKO in 2014. That must have been a life-changing experience for you. Tell us about that. What did you get from it? What did you learn from it?
Yo, YTKO.
How was it?
Oh, YTKO was an experience. YTKO was a great experience. It contributed a lot into my career. I'm very grateful for that opportunity because if I haven't have found it, I think I would still be a struggling, underestimated artist. But because of that platform, I managed to convince people that even as a female DJ, I'm still strong enough to fill in shoes of somebody who was doing such a great job before me. I learned. You see, so for me, it was a competition, but it was a challenge I was ready to tackle. So when I took on YTK, I was like, okay, cool, hundreds, let's see. Let's see if now we're in a position where we could actually prove what I always wanted to prove. That we could always be a DJ besides being a female DJ.
From that experience, what have you taken on from being part of the YFM TKO? The lessons that you learned that you are applying today, maybe? Is there anything that you took from that experience?
It actually helped me strengthen myself up and build my self-confidence. Because once you're there, you're actually in a position where you're playing for people you can't see, but you could actually learn through their response and how people treat you when you get in public. But besides that, it actually helped me gain a lot of respect. Because as a female DJ, you always have to prove a point. So getting that spot for me proved a point to so many other people, and all the other DJs who just underestimated me as a female DJ.
Definitely. For those who don't know what YFM TKO is about, so you were part of YFM TKO. What were you doing when you were there?
Okay. YTKO is a slot given to different DJs between Monday to Friday. And it's just specific 5 DJs. They don't change them. They give you a specific day, and then you get to mix 30 minutes before the 6 to 9 p.m. slot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, battling behind the decks with DJ Zinhle. How was that? Were you nervous? Were you excited? What were you feeling before, during, and after your sets? What was going on inside? Give us that experience.
And the whole DJ's battle and whatnot was probably let me say it was a way the guys wanted to introduce me into the industry because Zinhle was already in the industry. So the guys I was working with at that venue in Tembisa figured the easiest way to expose me as an female DJ is to create a battle. So
you guys were actually you were probably playing one-on-one, weren't you? You
weren't
battling.
No.
You guys were just playing one-on-one. You guys were having fun. People thought you were battling.
Trust me, celebrities don't like playing one-on-one.
Really? So how was the experience? How did you feel when you were playing with her?
I didn't play with Zinhle, but I had to wait for her to get to the venue and play before me because that's what she wanted.
Oh, okay. So she played her full set, and then you played your own set.
I played my set after hers.
Okay. Nice.
It was interesting to see how people actually were taking their whole thing in.
Yeah.
But from where I was standing, it was just a platform for me to expose my name because it's more like I was exploiting Zinhle's brand.
But that's what I want to ask you is, so did they advertise it as you guys are playing one-on-one? Is that how they advertised it?
No, they advertised it as a battle.
Okay, as a battle, which is
Yes.
a one-on-one, which means I play, you play.
Not
play,
really.
you. Okay.
But when we're playing a one-on-one, we hardly gonna be competing because we're supposed to blend in and we're supposed to be able to move people in a pattern that is proper instead of us playing a competing set.
I hear you.
You understand? So she had to play her entire set and finish it, and I had to play after her.
Okay. No,
So that makes it kind of a fair battle and everything.
I hear you. Nice. So growing up, you're an entrepreneur, you're a DJ, you do a lot of things. Growing up, who were the people who inspired you, and who are the people who still inspire you? So from entrepreneurs to musicians to DJs, who are those people who you looked up to growing up?
I have to pick my dad on top of the list.
Nice.
Although he's late and then he's no more and everything. Nice. But I have to, that guy's been very hard on us. So his methods of upbringing us and everything are the reason we came out this way. So him making sure that I have to learn the responsibilities of being the first child, knowing how to take care of the others when he's not around, knowing how to make sure that everything gets done when they're not around are the reasons I became the product I became. But in the process of everything else, we do know that being raised by black parents, they always have things figured out their own way. And considering that I'm an artist, I'm in love on arts and everything else. I don't see myself having to go and do 5 to 9 and everything, sit there and make someone else money. Yes, it's good for whoever it's good for, but on the other side, I was raised in an environment where we know very well, Guti, you come from a very big family, and if I have to go that route, it actually means abanye will suffer at my expense.
Sure.
Yeah. So my dad takes the top of the list, but my mom, my pillar of strength, that one, Jayam. That one's the best, the most supportive person I've ever met in my life. Yes, we have fallouts and whatnot, but she's the most supportive of them all. And as much as she's got housewife qualities, I learned a lot through her. Because through her housewife qualities, I decided I don't want to go that route. No, that's a risk. This is safe for me, this is not right, and whatnot.
And as well, I think for most people, you know, with housewives, I'm sure she taught you a lot about, you know, responsibility, time management. You know, like, people don't understand. They think housewives just sit the whole day and do nothing
And
until it's time.
like that,
Exactly. So I'm sure you learned a lot.
I learned a lot from that woman.
Definitely.
Musically, I look up to different people, depending on their achievements and things that inspire me. So if I had to name the list right now, it would go on
Should
the
be
whole
long.
day.
Till next week.
I
We don't have until next week.
And we don't have it. Musically, I look up to, like, the specific characters and achievements that I pick from everyone and be like, okay, cool. This would define me more, this would define me more. This is more you than me. This is me. This is what I could reflect to and whatnot. And then other than that, I inspired myself to get here too. I used to dance.
I hear so. We're still coming to that. More of a DJ Thabithabs after the break. Don't move. Welcome back to the House Journal. We have been chatting with Usis DJ Thabithabs. She's been telling us about her background here, her journey with YFM, and basically what she's been getting up to. So right now we're going to ask you, Sis Tabs, you studied ceramic design and event management. How did you move from those two ventures into music?
The guys hire FBI. Why do you have all my
FBI? Yes, we actually do have FBIs for the show. How did you know? How did you move from those two? Because you were doing those two, and then you just decided to do music. Were those two not in your heart, or what happened?
Okay. The initial plan was to move from high school and do music, but my parents were like, nope. If it's something you're talented on, you don't have to go study it. If you're talented at it, you could just invest your time in it, and then I'm a product as a Pum, Ashab. So go to school, study something else that could actually be backup with your music career and whatnot. So when I got to UJ, I was actually applying for a fashion design, but things went the other way. They lost my portfolio and time was against me. My mom was like, no, you're not staying at home, sis. Find a way, find something else as a in the process you could probably swap it and whatnot. Then jewelry design, I felt like it's too much pressure for me because I was still dancing at that time. And Tandalo music was still growing, so I felt like if I had to take jewelry design, I don't think I'll be, like, my whole heart will be there. So I looked around as like interior design, it was full, graphic design was full. I was like, okay, cool. 2 options, ceramic design, jewelry design. I was like, ceramic. Let's take the challenging one. I said ceramic design because no one does it. Then I did ceramic design. In the process of doing ceramic design, then I did events management as an extracurricular activity.
So was it part of ceramic or it was completely separate from?
It was separate. It was just an extracurricular activity. They offered it as an extracurricular activity. It's calling. Yes. So I did events management as an extracurricular activity at school, only to find out that there's DJ in the process. Yes. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll do everything else. So it's okay. I'll join the UJ DJ movement there, and then I'll do the events management. So instead of swapping and changing ceramic design into second year, I was like, no, it's fine. The things I was learning there were things that I could actually see. I would imply in life, and then they'd still help me out. Not according to Inwadi, but according to the treatment we're getting at school and everything. Yes, so I was like, no, this is just spot on with everything I want to do in life. Yes, it's a solid backup because I like doing things with my hands. And it was giving me foundation, fine arts, interior design, graphic design and everything. So the foundation year was proper for me. So I felt no need to change it on the second year. I was like, okay, cool, I'm going to push this thing until I finish third year. Then when I got to third year, Hashem, Zala, gone, Dololo, dead, gone. It's a kupugera. Okay, cool, now I need to find an alternative way. Then that was when I started using my skills to try and earn extra cash so I could go and finish my third year. And then I didn't care if I graduated or not because it was not something I really wanted to focus on. But it was something I needed as a backup, and I've already gained everything I wanted to learn from it. So graduating for me was not so important.
The most important,
it was the lesson that I learned throughout the entire thing, and the most important thing was finishing the course instead of just leaving it in the middle or something. Yeah. So after that, I was like, okay, cool, sharp. Now I'm done with school. What's next? And that's when I decided, okay, I'll lose everything. And was to try and make sure there's some sort of income coming in, so that the same thing that happened to me does not happen to my siblings.
For sure, yeah. Netso. Tell us about that. That's your clothing label. I mean, people will think I'm just saying Netso, just Netso, but that's your clothing label. Like, you spoke about you were interested in fashion designing.
Yes.
So how did you start that? When did you start that? Do you have a team behind you? Like, take us through that journey.
Okay, in Netso, I could actually say the whole idea came about while I was still in high school, but I had no name for it. It was just one of those processes of which I'd said collect clothing pictures, create ideas, build something new, just like I did in metric dance outfit here. Drama, guys.
Can we find these pictures on Facebook?
No. Don't even look for them.
We're going to send our FBI team to find these matric dance pictures because we need to see that dress. Clearly you had hooked up something, yeah.
That was not dress. So forget it. If you're looking for a dress, you're already looking in the wrong direction. So it's which happened. And then after it, and then when I got home, when the brand started picking up as Netso, then
when did you start it? You're telling me.
Immediately after tertiary, I think it was around 2010 or something.
Nice.
Then we started with t-shirts and some caps and whatnot. Nice. And then we used it as a phrase under my name because we were using DJ Thabithabs to promote Netso. So in the process of that happening, like some other guys now, but and what and what. So I had no energy to fight for that. I was like, you know what, guys, take it home.
Yeah.
Good
So
luck.
so Netso is no more.
Netso now belongs to someone else, written in a different way and written in a different phrase. And in my case, Netso, okay, my so-called Netso is slipping.
Yeah.
It's a lala right now because I'm trying by all means to make sure the Thabithabs brand is strong enough because it makes it easy for people to now start relating to everything else that you do once the brand is as exposed as Coca-Cola.
Definitely.
One thing.
So you're saying that people gave you the issue because you started Netso and then someone else came in and said Netso is ours.
Yes.
What steps?
So instead of entertaining the drama, I was like, okay, cool. Let me be the bigger person.
Yeah.
You guys could keep the name because at the end of the day, Vela would go about this thing and then we would
And battle it in courts and etc. Yeah.
And I don't need that.
Yeah.
I didn't need
but
that
do you
at the
think that
time.
there were steps that you could have taken before you started doing Netso? That people, because you know as well as people, that's how we learn. Maybe you were so ambitious into starting Netso that maybe you didn't register it or look up if who someone has it, and then therefore that's why you had this issue.
Even
Like
at that point in time, I still had
Yeah.
a chance to go register it and leave them to keep talking about it and whatnot.
Okay, so
but
you
I
hadn't
felt like for the
registered.
mere fact of it, it's built on commotion and whatnot. I don't
Yeah.
think it's something I really want.
Yeah. So you hadn't registered
Yes.
the name yet, but
Yes.
you guys had. Okay, so that's why.
Yeah,
hence
so
you
we're
had
still
the
hyping up
issue.
the brand and whatnot.
Okay.
So I was like,
okay.
no.
No, yeah,
And I
that's
was in the
fine.
process of registering things.
Yeah,
so-
and before
So
those
when they
guys-
came up, I was like, okay, thanks God. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
minus one. I just
You
gave-
just minused my registration.
Yeah.
Okay.
And besides, I would have went through and registered it, but they still would have went through using the name.
True,
So it was
true,
still going to be
true.
processed. I say, they say.
Yeah.
So I didn't need that.
Yeah,
So that
that's
was
true.
a cool shop. Then after my failed mission name, fashion designing, EJ, I found another lady who does dressmaking and what, and and then I took that and learned clothing through here.
Nice. So you guys are currently doing something.
I don't know. I'm fully equipped when it comes to clothing and whatnot. Don't worry. But the thing is that, like I said, let's put that to bed.
Okay.
So
when
that's-
it comes out, it will come out.
Yeah, when I
Okay.
the one.
It will come out.
Yeah, so we
Okay.
bomb.
Okay, so we
Yeah,
bomb.
dynamite.
bomb.
Exactly.
Nice. Okay, 1632, aka Tembisa. They breathe the house music lifestyle. How do you use that to your advantage? Since you have, home ground advantage, you know the
Woo,
logothi.
So you think I don't have home ground advantage? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Tembisans, but they know they never liked me.
Is it? Well, how so? Are you
Because-
just not playing what they want to hear?
No, it's not about the sound that I play. It's not. Tembisa people are difficult people because I never went to high school around there.
Yeah.
It's hard for people to find a
Okay.
way to associate themselves
Yeah.
with me. But every time when you achieve something, they'll associate themselves to your name.
I hear you.
That one. So when Imbungul, they're my people, but Imbungul, trust me. They're bloodsuckers, those people. When you're doing something good, when you're bad, like we don't know that person. Who's that? Where do you come from? I know. No. I mean, we're not dead. That's Tembisa for you. But on the brighter side with everything is that it pushes you to achieve this
Definitely.
because the more you push and the more relevant your name becomes, the easier it is for them to start accepting who's okay. That's a big brand.
Yeah.
You brand it, yeah. Now you're born strong. You Tembisa made, mind you. And right? You concrete, you sorted. They're hard, trust me, they're very difficult. Even the DJs. Trust go and live in Tembisa for at least a month and try and playing around. They'll tell you to a place. I couldn't take it.
Wow.
Like you must quit. Why do you DJ? Huh? Oh, you want men? No, it don't work that way. I don't like that. In their heads, everything is just made up the way it is, and they'll give you a tough time just to see how committed you are to something. But at the end, it works out very fine. Very fine, trust me.
So family, everybody is from or is Tembisa.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nibanga Kekaya, because you did say something about your mom and your dad. So how many are you guys? Siblings?
From my father's side, we're 11.
Wow. Okay. From your mom's side?
From my mom's side, we're 5, but my sister passed on, so we're 4. Okay, we're 5 all over again because my sister left a child.
Okay.
Yeah.
Added answer. Okay.
Yeah,
So tell us more about, I mean, your dad. You said you're telling us that your dad inspired you, but he passed on. What happened and how did he, add a little to the woman that you are today?
Okay. My dad never went to school, that's for starters, but he made sure we got everything we needed and wanted in life. He wanted things done in a specific way, and he does not like being challenged. So every time when I challenge him, it's like, okay, cool, I'll prove a point, it's fine, do it. When you're about to achieve whatever it is, then it's like, no, cut, this is not happening. So he was the kind of person who would tell you, you want this, you'll have to work for this. You must earn it. I don't care how you do it, find a way. If it means offer washing my shoes or something, do it. Find a way for me to find a reason to give you something.
Yeah.
So that on its own is very good foundation.
Definitely.
It's a very good foundation. I know we've got different methods of doing things and whatnot. And at that time I probably felt like, okay, Sharp, maybe I deserve something better than this. This guy, why is he so hard on me and whatnot? It never made sense until the day he had to pass on. When he passed on, then I realized, oh, this guy was preparing me for this time. Because only then you start realizing that if he had never done 1, 2, 3, 4, I still wouldn't know how to do 1, 2, 3, 4. I still wouldn't know how to get things done. And I guess I wouldn't have learned how to cook at an early age of 6. So because of him and his tough methods and whatnot, I learned to be through tough love. There's a lot you learn. Even though you never said in the process of it happening, you actually appreciate everything else that came with it in the process of you growing up, becoming an elder.
Yeah, that's true. And your sister, you're saying you have a sister who passed on. How old was she? What happened?
My sister was actually sick.
How old was she?
Yeah, she caught pneumonia, and then after I think a week or so, she passed on.
Oh, how old was she?
How old was she when she passed on? Then I think she was like 20, 25, 26. Yeah, somewhere there.
Sure, wow. And I'm sure that impacted you guys as a family though. But like you say,
It does.
yeah, I'm sure.
It does, but then it goes back to how we deal with things as a person. If you can't change your situation, rather accept it and move on than to stick onto it and dwell on it and keep asking questions like, why you? And for every time you ask why you should always ask why not you.
Definitely, true.
Yeah.
So do you have your own family, your own place, your own hobby? What's going on in your romantic life?
Yeah, my own family.
Yes. Do you have kids?
No, I don't.
No kids yet.
Not yet.
Okay. And then hubby?
Hubby, it's a huge title.
Hubby is a huge title.
Not
Boyfriend?
Yeah, I've got a boyfriend.
Okay. So people who are looking forward to sending through their CVs, they can just forget.
They could send them, but the boyfriend will process them.
The boy.
The boyfriend has to process them.
Nah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Other than that, Gushpita will be getting rid of the boyfriend. They could send their CVs, but then he has to process them because he's the one who's supposed to accept Yeah.
So we can now, because we live in a very open-minded
society.
So we can,
Exactly.
so we can have number one, money.
Yeah, number one. And then I said, massive years gonna give and then I could process and be like, okay, Sharp Law is qualified to be my penal engine. I'm kidding. The people.
Well, please do still stay tuned as we're about to quiz DJ Thabithabs on just how much she knows about Mzansi. After the break.
No, I come from Ghana actually. And so please change your quiz to something good.
Welcome back to House Journal. We're gonna get straight to the quiz and just find out how much DJ Tabs knows about Mzansi. See Tabs?
0.
Are you ready? Are you ready scoring yourself?
Let's try.
No, but you know what? Like, these are not that hard. Okay, question number 1. Which hip hop DJ released a house compilation CD titled baby steps.
The only person I know really is I'm a hip hop compilation
But
freestyles.
house. Yes.
Hip hop and house.
Hip-hop?
It's
No.
just-
I
I don't know.
A hip hop DJ released a house.
A house
Mm.
compilation.
Nothing.
Tell
Single
us.
touch.
Imagine.
Worry. I know. Don't worry, you're not alone. I also didn't know that. Number Second question. Who is the compiler of Sweet Sounds?
What sweet sounds?
Sweet
Is
Sounds.
it a song or is it an album or a book or what? Sweet sounds.
Sweet Sounds is the album label, I guess.
Album label. I mean, yeah, in the same
I
boat.
Just like you and I in the same.
No, actually,
Sweet Sounds.
Can we swap positions
You
right
wanna
now?
ask me the question?
Yeah. No, please. For
Sweet
peace sake,
Sounds.
can you just swap positions?
We can do that.
Is it an album or is it a record label or a book
record.
or what? What is it?
It's a book. How did
It's
you
a
get to
book.
book? How did you get to book? It's
Because
small.
if you said it's a book, I was gonna think of somebody's an opposite of Somizi and then give you that answer.
Opposite of some easy.
Yeah.
Which is what? Give us a hint of what
Maybe
you were gonna
Gucci
say.
or something.
Okay, I'm gonna try and say this as clear as possible, ne? And then you're gonna complete the sentence for me, ne?
Okay.
Ucilo, Luzishaya, Endukwini.
Ucilo lushaya ndubini. And then what?
You need to complete the sentence.
Iphelele mos. Ucilo lushaya ndubini. Angazi.
Ukuphumelela.
No, kanjani?
Uthi kanjani?
Ucilo ushaya endubini ukuphumelela. Hayi guys, no, kuyashort.
Kuyashota.
You
You just said it's complete, now you said kuyashota. Okay.
Young rapper though.
Alright, next question. Which team is South Africa playing and has played for World Cup qualifiers?
Ayidlali bafana dali izulu. Excuse.
Mara bathi basazodlala.
It's not playing anything.
over with them.
Angeke izifike lapha.
It's Senegal.
No, mara angeke ifike.
Ubon-
Okay, let's
ubon-
pattern
ubon-
it. Mara angeke izifike.
But you must have confidence in your.
No one has confidence in me. I instill confidence in people.
Exactly. No one has confidence. No one had confidence in you. You had confidence in yourself, and look where you are now. How?
Never
So you must have confidence.
Bafana should have confidence in themselves and
next.
then install it in us.
Next.
Mina
You're
angeke.
right.
They're not going to get to that position.
You're right.
How? They must inspire us to support.
Ne? Give us reason.
Pirates, Bafana
Give us
Bafana.
reason.
Same WhatsApp group.
Okay. Last question. Lipstick or cell phone?
Cell phone.
Definitely, ne?
Cell phone all day, every day.
Lipstick
Lipstick
won't
won't get me
much.
gigs, guys. Cell phone, gigs, interviews, everything.
Cell phone.
Yes, at least I got one right.
Ne?
How many are there?
There was 5 or 6. It was 5.
At least.
Ne?
Please make sure it's easy and it has something to do with cartoons and watching.
Now tell us about your future plans, because I hear that currently you have been approached again to go back to IFM for TKO.
Is it?
Yeah, are you?
No, I mean, I
I'll tell
had
her-
people were
you didn't
campaigning.
get that email.
No, I'm going to.
Tell her the email.
I only saw a campaign.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm praying it goes as Bafuna Hakon. Because at the end
would
of the
you go
day,
back?
it really is about the people.
Definitely.
It really is about the people. If that's what the people want,
Yes.
I'll take that opportunity.
People want you back.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I'll take that
Where
opportunity.
else are you? Because I also hear Wuti Alex. You're also doing Alex.
Yeah, I was doing Alex FM,
Yeah.
Maweli FM.
Yeah.
I was doing a lot of your freelancing.
Yeah. Nice.
So it's just a lot of
production, collaboration with anybody. What are your future plans there?
I've just released a single.
Oh, nice.
Abafana baseJersey on which I feature uLindo with Teddy Bears, Lady Dulo, Amapia Maningi. And I'm still thinking about it. Nami mele yabona install confidence in people. Ukuze ngizokwazi confirm ukuthi am I ready to release an EP and package everything into one thing or not. But other than that in gym, it's forward I can gym.
No, I hear you.
Yeah, and I still need to talk to you on me as my music video.
Mina.
Yes.
Ngiyitholaphi mina?
One plan. One plan.
Yes.
One plan. You'll find a way.
I will find a way.
Yes, you
for
find
that,
a
for
way.
that EP, for
Yes,
you know, for the
yes.
ladies, for women power.
Ah,
Hey,
yes.
so you taller, man.
Yeah, somebody that empowerment person. There's somebody here. Also in the plan. Yeah, to whoever who's watching, please do a donation. Yeah, music video.
How can people get a hold of you, or how can people get to know more about you? Your social media contacts, your handles.
On Twitter and Instagram, it's at DJ Thabithabs as in one word, and then on Facebook, it's two separate words, DJ and then Thabithabs being one word. Thabithabs is not in English, good people. I'm not Thabita in English. Thabithabs is in Tapsile. Thabithabs, Thabithabs. That is one word. Yes, and please don't try it and say Thabithabs with the P and what. No, it's Thabithabs. Thabs. B-I, and then Thabs. And then,
bookings?
Bookings.
Email?
Bookings at djthabithabs.co.za. I got a domain name.
Yes.
Something good.
No, you
Everyone.
are. You are.
Yeah,
No, you
everyone.
are. No, you are.
It's djthabithabs@gmail.com. And if you think you've missed all that info, you could just go through my website, djthabithabs.co.za.
Nice. Well, thank you so much. This is unfortunately the end of our show. You have been such a lovely guest. Thank you so much.
I know, so this is a good way of closing the show.
You definitely shut down the first season.
Yeah, bon.
No,
thank you guys for having me.
Thank you. Well, guys, there you have it, DJ Thabithabs. So please let us know your views on our Facebook page, Function SA. That's FUNSION or on our website, that's www.function.co.za. That's www.funsion.co.za. I'd like to say thank you to Croco Blue for just letting us have such lovely guests in this space. Take care, and I will see you guys next season. One love.